need one person, anybody, somebody, to tell me who is they. Because all I hear throughout this Charlie Kirk assassination case is that they did it. Who is they? Let's get into it.
Nikki in the building, baby. Nikki in the building, baby. In Cahoots podcast. Yeah. I keep God first, that's real. True crime on the table, facts on steel. Investigations, I chase that trail. If the story don't add up, I set it straight, no fail. I spot fake tears, I spot lies. Sketchy little moves, I see through the disguise. I'm fair, I'm funny, I bring that light. I call you out, then I'll still be polite.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of In Cahoots podcast. My name is Nikki. Before we get into the video, don't forget to hit the hype button, subscribe, like, comment, share, turn on your post notifications so that you know every time there is a video. And please don't forget to hit the join button to become a member. All the support helps and is greatly appreciated. You know, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, Terrell Farnsworth was one of the first people to say,
"They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie."
Terrell, who shot Charlie? Who is they? How many people does it take to hold one firearm? Terrell, we ask you again. Mr. Farnsworth, nephew of Senator David Farnsworth, the man that got Lori Franzway in 2014 on the Committee of Public Safety, Military, and Regulatory Affairs for her EMP, G-Tech Industries. I'm just going to keep throwing that out there. Who is they? And then we cannot forget when Erika Pinocchio Kirk decided to address the nation. And she said very loudly and clearly that
the evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love. But they should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea.
Whoa, Erika Pinocchio Kirk. That was telling. The evildoers that are responsible for your husband's assassination, they have no idea. She said they killed Charlie. But it was this part that really just takes it for me, just takes the cake. When she said,
but they should all know this.
They should all? How many people are we talking about, Erika? How many people are we talking? But mind you, so far, these are the people that are saying that it was a lone shooter. Erika's the one that sat with Barry Weiss and said that she 100% believes that Tyler Robinson did it. He's a lone gunman. He's a lone shooter. Girl, you just told me it was a whole group of people, like a whole just 50 deep, just deep, full of people. They should all know this. The evildoers. Do you know how many S's are on the end of that? As much as Erika Pinocchio Kirk wants us to believe that there's a lone gunman and Tyler Robinson acted alone, and she 100% believes it because she believes in her team, it's weird that she doesn't speak as though that is what she truly believes. Why say that you believe Tyler Robinson did it and he was a lone shooter? You have Andrew Kolvet saying the same thing, but we'll get to him in a second. You have Blake Neff the egg sitting there all hard boiled talking about, yeah, it was a lone shooter. Yeah, it was a lone shooter. Yeah, 30-06, lone shooter. Go back to the carton. Somebody put him back in the fridge. Anyway, why push those narratives about it being a lone shooter when you say things like this publicly?
With all due respect, sir, I said,
I want to see what they did to my husband. And I want to give him a kiss because I didn't get to give him a kiss this morning.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know, if you believe it was only a lone shooter, why speak like that? Why say those words? I don't understand. And you know, Brian Harpole, let's bring him back to the front of the class for just a second, because it's just something about him, something about his eyes, or maybe it's his demeanor, maybe both, I don't know. He reminds me of someone, let's say they work in a grocery store and they were stealing out of their register. Register gets counted at the end of the shift. There's like $100 gone. And they're like, okay, boss is like, what happened? What happened? You know, we need to figure out what happened. And the employee is like, no, me too. I want to know exactly what happened. I want to know who was around my register when I wasn't there. I probably wasn't there for maybe 5-10 minutes. We need to figure out who was around because we need to ask them what's going on, knowing the entire time that they did something nefarious. Let me be very clear. I am not saying Brian Harpole did anything, but I'm just saying that is the energy that he gives me. It's quite odd. Everything is alleged. I'm not saying he did anything. Don't send me no damn paperwork, okay? Anyway, I want you guys to take a look at this clip from the Sean Ryan show. And you'll kind of get what I meant by everything I just said. Take a look.
What questions do you have?
You know,
You had some good questions about Robinson.
yeah, I want to know. I want to know who this kid is. I don't want to know that he was there's something that feeds a narrative of hate and division. That he was his boyfriend was trans or whatever, and that they had text back and forth. I want to know. It's like, all right, where did he work? And then who were his coworkers, and did they interview his coworkers? And then I want to see his phone logs and the towers that it hit. I want to interview his friends, and did he have any help? They said, oh, well, we have DNA on the rifle, and I want all that information. That's a good tie, right? Now, from a judicial standpoint, I can understand why they're saying, we don't want to put all this information out because the judge said it may taint a potential jury because they're going to seek the death penalty. And I'm like, from a book standpoint, I understand that. But you got a lot of people out there wondering, hey, did this guy do it by himself? And then you throw my wonder on there. It's like, wow, so he just, the rooftop was clear, and then he jumped up on it, acquired a shooting position, took the shot. That shooting position was a loophole. If it had been 5 meters this way or what, this way wouldn't have happened. And then can we go through his phone or his computer and find a Google Earth overhead that he was looking at it days, weeks, months before? Did he access that before? Because obviously it's a problem, because that's how we came upon the information.
Look at him choking on bullshit tacky mushroom sauce. Oh my God. Something about him, it's just interesting to me. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, think about everything that he just said, the things that he wants to know. I mean, basically what he's saying is, I want an investigation. I want to interview his friends. Where did he work? I want to see his call logs. Who is this guy? I want to know who he is. So you want an investigation, a thorough investigation, just like the rest of us. So, oh my God, Brian, are you on our side? Wow. So why are you suing Candace? Sounds like you both want to know the same things. But it's also very interesting. If you listen to him, he's like, you know, did he have help? Was he alone? Who could have done this with him? But I thought you and your team and everybody thought he was a lone shooter. Except when you're not thinking, you spit out things like they, them, evildoers. Now, my favorite is Andrew Fairytale Flight Kolvet. With Andrew, it's interesting because he gives off this energy that he wants to stick to lone shooter no matter what. He doesn't want to entertain the idea of there being other people involved. He hates talking about that. If a credible news source happens to put anything out basically alluding to the fact that it was just a one shooter or just a lone shooter. He's all over it. He's, reposting it and see, guys, see, lone shooter, nobody else, nothing to see here. And I just wonder why. But then when he's interviewing, it's like he'll still say that. He'll still say he thinks, it was just the guy that did it, Tyler, or it was just one person. But then it's almost like he has to remind himself to say, it could have been someone with him, or we don't know if someone else was involved. Take a look.
Is a fair word to use. I actually have some numbers here that I got just before coming on with you. So we have, since 9/10, we've had about 130,000 inquiries to start either a college chapter or a high school chapter. And chapters that we have already officially started. Now remember, we had about 900 college chapters and 1,200 high school chapters before all of this. We have added just about 790 new college chapters, and we have added 1,819 new high school chapters. So we've essentially doubled.
So you doubled.
Andrew Fairy Tale Flight Kolvet, you a lie and the truth ain't in you. This don't even have nothing to do with the video that I am recording right now. But I'm still mad at y'all for faking chapters. Y'all know y'all had those kids or somebody. Oh Lord, don't let it be the kids. But y'all know that y'all had some people, lots of people, locked in a room over there in Turning Point, making their fingers all sore and hurt because you have them typing nonstop, starting chapters, talking about you have doubled. You didn't double anything. Nobody wants a chapter from you, Andrew. Nobody. You're lying. All right, back to where we were actually talking about. Sorry, guys. Oh, and allegedly.
Happening. Do you believe that the authorities have who is responsible for Charlie Kirk's assassination, or do you think it
No, I don't think that it was. I think they have the guy that did this. It doesn't mean that I don't have open questions about were there other people involved? Were there other people that knew beforehand? There seems to be indication that there was people that knew something was going to happen. And, there's questions about this Salt Lake City armed queer group and their connections and who maybe financed them. And that's stuff that I am really keen to get to the bottom of. And I know that everybody that's closest to Charlie and closest to Turning Point USA has those same questions. But what I can tell you is that there is a team that's working on it and coordinating with the authorities, and it's an active investigation. We're going to let that play out.
Listen, maybe it's just me. And if so, that's perfectly fine. But I get this weird vibe from Andrew. I get a lot of vibes from him. But he gives me the feeling as if he is just kind of like brushing Charlie's investigation completely off. It just seems like, okay, well, there's law enforcement, there's the attorneys, they'll take care of it. We have to think of numbers. We have to, make sure we have everybody in attendance in our sweatshop, allegedly, to make sure that these chapter numbers go up. It's really weird. There's a nonchalant vibe that I get from Andrew, and it's almost nasty. It's almost this really gross feeling that I get from him. It's interesting to me that he always has this nasty smirk on his face when he's talking about the assassination of someone that was supposed to be his very good friend, brother, business partner, whatever the case may be. You guys were close. What are you smiling for, Andrew? Why do you brush past the investigation to talk about numbers and sales and imaginary high school chapters, allegedly? Also, let me know if there's any other topics that you guys want me to talk about. I don't mind switching it up. It doesn't always have to be about Charlie Kirk, although I know that is like super, important and like the number one topic right now. But if there's anything else that you guys want me to cover or talk about, I'll be more than happy to. But yes, guys, thank you so much for your support. The other day, I was super, in my feels and just basically really worried about my channel and just I was in a vulnerable state because I love this. I love what I do. I love putting a smile on you guys' face. I truly enjoy what I do. I literally left what I was doing before just to do this full time. So thank you guys for listening to me and reading the post that's there. Thank you for all of the kind words. I can't thank you guys enough. It means the world to me. Just know that I know a lot of creators say things like this, but I I hope you guys believe me when I say that I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you, and I can't thank you enough for your support. Especially Joyful, you are always kind, always uplifting. I truly appreciate you being here. Carmen Powers, thank you for your kind words also. Julia Mays, Anna Havana, I believe, Anna Havana also, and Prime, I think 322, Prime _ 322. And there's many more that are extremely just kind and uplifting, and a lot of you are my day ones. So I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate you guys, all the prayers and the love, the support, the hypes, everything. So I just genuinely want to say thank you. And there's many more that I have not mentioned. Just know that I love you guys and I appreciate you guys, and I'm going to wrap this up. So don't forget to hit the hype button, subscribe, like, comment, share. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you know every time there is a video. Don't forget to click the join button to become a member. And until next time, guys, my name is Nikki. This has been In Cahoots Podcast.